All right, guys, how's it going? This video is only going to appeal to people that might be interested as to what is being said in Spain regarding Liverpool Football Club at the moment. This is actually published in Sport Today, which is a pro-Barcelona newspaper. And it does interest me how others write about us, especially other countries. You would expect them to be sticking their knives in and stuff like that when it's your rivals. This is a Barcelona newspaper. So the reason it interests me is, like this, Barcelona potentially could be a rival in European competition. So I want to see what their journals think about us. So we're going to take a look at that. Now, as you know, I review the Spanish football dailies every day of the week for you, and they've proved very, very, very valuable over the last year, especially, with Trent and Luis Diaz. At the moment, we've got the Canate stuff, potentially Alexis McAllister. I think, and I've said this probably for about 6 months, I think we're going to see him mentioned considerably halfway through the season. I get the feeling that Real Madrid are going to mention him again. He's been mentioned multiple times already, but we've addressed that each time, and never anything to worry about. If you've not seen those videos, don't worry. It's always been he's a player of interest for Real Madrid, but he's not for sale, and Liverpool would want a fortune, and we won't pay it, kind of thing. So don't worry too much. But we might see some speculation. But following these has been really, really helpful for my audience, I think. And I also read these because I have another YouTube channel called Golazo España, which I haven't updated for a while because of the transfer window, but those updates are about to start again soon. So if you're interested in following what these big clubs, Barca, Real Madrid, and some of the other clubs as well in La Liga, if you're interested in that, do look out for Golazo España. The link is in the video description. So this particular article drew me in today, actually. World stars, fallacies, and plenty of muscle. It says, and obviously you've got the picture of Wirtz there, and we've got Isak below. I'm not going to read the entire article to you. I'll go through the bullet points with you. But basically it starts off by saying at Anfield, the club have spent almost 500 million euros to bring in players like Alexander Isak, Florian Wirtz, and Hugo Ekitike. They weren't the only ones, as other top players like Kerkez and Frimpong also arrived. And it says, the Reds have spent a lot in this market, but they are also one of the clubs that bring in the most, right? And it's saying that one statistic about the transfer market has gone around the world. Liverpool have spent 481.9 million euros. All of La Liga combined 684.02 million euros. A situation that has generated a huge debate among football fans and especially among followers of the Spanish league. While La Liga clubs juggle just to register their players, Barcelona, in England, almost every club can strengthen themselves with stellar top-level signings. So is Liverpool doped? Where do they get the money at Anfield? It's important to put into context how much money Liverpool have really allocated to transfers this summer. We know they have spent nearly 500 million euros on arrivals, but they have also had significant departures. The result, the net spend, is what this summer market has truly cost Liverpool. And in total, Liverpool's net spend in this stellar transfer market is 262.4 million euros. And then there's a section about admiral management. And, you've got to think Barcelona haven't been run very well, right? So is the journalist using this as an opportunity to poke at Barcelona directors? Admiral management. Liverpool's spectacular market can be explained by three very simple reasons: long-term planning, smart financial management, and increased revenues. Liverpool have spent a lot because they have also earned a lot. We're not going to go through all the revenue, but it talks also about Anfield being increased. Given that the stadium is always sold out, this has also boosted matchday revenue. And according to the Financial Times, Liverpool brought in £714 million last season. Talks about new contracts, deals with Adidas, Standard Chartered, AXA, Carlsberg, Google, Coca-Cola, and Nivea are some of the other high-level brands. It also says that the reason Anfield has been able to spend like it has this summer is because they didn't in previous seasons. And then it talks about the sales as well. So the key points in the article is about the total spending, which I've gone over, the net spend, major signings, which you all know, Reasons for spending power, careful long-term planning, smart financial management, growing revenues thanks to Premier League's global appeal. It goes through all the revenues. I don't think you need to know all that, but telling you how much we made in the Premier League, being champions, most televised Premier League team, 30 out of 38 matches, it says here. Match day revenue increased, the sponsorship deals, the sales. Conclusion, Liverpool's massive summer spend is backed by equally massive revenue and strong financial planning. And basically, the whole article is talking about how well run Liverpool Football Club is by the owners and by the people that they have hired to run the club, which is right. And it's important for us to touch on this, because for years, we've touched on FSG out and being critical, but critical because it's warranted. So if there's this continuous criticism all the time, and I'm having to touch on it, people can say, oh, that's all you ever talk about. It's like, no, that's all we ever talk about, because that's all people are talking about at that particular period in time. So for me now to be able to say to you, hey guys, there's a really positive article here about Liverpool Football Club, the way it's run. Maybe that's the right thing to do rather than leave it out. So here I am telling you that not only is this isn't just an article in England where, our journalists that love the Premier League, there's nowhere better and all that, we've now got a rival league, if you like, rival media saying, do you know what? Liverpool's a really good fucking run club, and their owners should be, praised or whatever for the way they're doing it. Obviously, they're saying things about the Premier League having more revenue than La Liga, which is just the situation. That's tough shit. Sort your own shit out. But the article could be, I'm not sure it is, it could be, a little dig at Barca because of the way their finances are. And I don't know, I just found it interesting. I thought you might too, that, it would be very easy, wouldn't it, for the media over here to be saying how reckless Liverpool are and they're trying to buy the league and taking digs at us left, right and centre. But quite the opposite. They're saying, you know what, that club's run fucking well. And for those of you that have watched my videos over the last year, since I've been reviewing the Spanish papers every day, you'll also know that they've really bigged up Arne Slot and Liverpool in general over the last year. There's been no digs at us. But I will also say this to you. It's usually the Barcelona media that are doing that. From memory, the Real Madrid media there has been some big write-ups and that. But if you're looking for like who goes on more about Liverpool, the Barcelona media, I'm not sure why. Maybe they're more humble than Real Madrid, who are often described as arrogant. I'm sure if you were watching a game, the majority of you that are just Liverpool fans would probably want Barcelona to win if those two were playing each other. It's a bit like in Italy with AC Milan and Inter Milan. I remember doing the stadium tour there many years ago. It's on here. If you search San Siro on here, there's a 3-part tour, I think. It was a very long time ago. I think I did it literally weeks from my mum dying. So it was very difficult at the time, and I wanted to get away from everything. She'd literally just passed away, and I remember going there, and I learned a lot about, when I did the tour, about the different attitudes of the teams, how they're seen. Like AC Milan are seen as, the show-offs, the arrogant ones, and Inter Milan were seen as more laid back and humble. And that was reflected in the dressing rooms, the way the dressing rooms, AC Milan, really poncy, really posh, really flash, whereas Inter Milan was just really like a bog standard dressing room. If you get a chance to watch those videos, you might find them of interest. Please do, let me know if you do. I'm sure they're on here. If you can't find them, let me know and I'll open them up. So yeah, the reason for the video, it's probably not a very exciting video for people. I think my loyal followers, that want to know everything about Liverpool, they might find it of interest that there's a really good positive article that's not just saying, oh, Liverpool has spent a lot of money, big deal, or well done, or whatever. But this is because that club is run very, very well. And I haven't seen them write that about any other clubs, by the way. All right, guys, I'll leave it with you. If you found the video of interest, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. And if you want to buy me a coffee or a beer, there's a love heart under the video. It's called a super thanks. I always give a shout out to everybody that does that on my morning streams, morning briefings, sorry. They're on my other YouTube channel, the link of which is in the video description. And it will pop up on screen around about. Now, you can also support the channel by becoming a channel member. Those are the lovely people with a football next to their name. Everything's in the video description, I think, anyway. So, yeah. All right. Just something different for you to consider.